Have you ever been watching a cartoon and thought, man, this is horrible animation? But was it really horrible animation, or is it just bad art? Well, today we're going to be answering that question. Hello and welcome to another Naughty Egg Draw. I am your lovely host Jake, and today we are diving into what actually makes a bad animation and the misconceptions versus bad animation and bad art. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, basically, on the internet I constantly see single screenshots of a cartoon or an anime, basically with the person going, "Oh my god, look at this horrible animation. Ugh." Now let me set things straight. If you're taking a single screenshot of something, that's not an animation. It's a single screenshot. You're commenting on the art that's within an animation. An animation is the process in which an image or an object is manipulated in a sequence to appear as if it's moving. So that one single screenshot, that's not an animation. That's one image in a sequence. So that's the biggest problem that we have. People throw around the word animation without the proper understanding of what the word means. Now I'm gonna throw out two examples of notorious bad animations. I'm gonna let you guys pick which one of these is actually a bad animation. Option 1, Naruto vs. Pain.
俺の痛みはお前以上だ!
Option 2, Beerus vs. Goku. And no, this was not a trick question. Only one of these is actually a bad animation. And if you picked option 2, good job, you were right. And let me explain why. Now, if you were thinking option 1, the main reason is probably because you found the animation style really jarring. It is really extreme, and if you've watched the show before, you know the animation style isn't like this normally, so that can really throw off your idea of it being a good animation. This fluid nature of the movements in this pain fight are really well done and actually take a lot of skill to pull off very well. I actually find this fight so memorable because of the art style that they use in this fight. But I can see why people don't like it because it does move away from the original style so much. But it's not bad animation. It's not. Now, if you picked option 2 to be your bad animation, good job. Here's a gold star. Now, I'm gonna break down why this is a bad animation, and there's a lot of issues, so let's just start with the characters' movements first. So they're extremely rigid in their movements, and they don't convey momentum very well. The lack of a strong buildup of motion and the follow-through really makes this just hard to watch. I mean, heck, look at this shot. Beerus doesn't even move, and somehow Goku still misses. Like, what? What? Another problem with this scene is some of the drawn-out camera angles just make this drag on so much longer than it needs to. Basically, just like any filler episode that has 22 minutes of screaming, "Ah!" Okay, so to talk about the bad animation and bad art aspect of it all again, I'm going to use Dragon Ball again as our demonstration. Surprise! We can see in the old school Dragon Ball Z that the Kai blasts that they use just have so much power behind them. But when we look at scenes of Dragon Ball Super, the blasts that they use are just lackluster and don't have much oomph to them. They're just boring. They don't put much work into the art of the Ki blast. And this right here is an example of bad art in an animation. The animation itself is just fine, but you don't get the shivers down your spine because the art itself is just so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out a couple terms, and if you get them right, you guys get a couple more gold stars. Woo! But if you don't know them, shut up, sit down, take out a notebook. Do people still use notebooks these days? Shut up, sit down, take out your tablet, and get ready to learn. Now, the first term we're gonna talk about today is in-betweens. Now, basically, this is just the process of making frames that fit in between your keyframes of your animation. And normally the way it works in the animation industry is that you have your best artists being your keyframe artists. Now, the reason for that is that those are the frames that are going to be on screen the longest. And then you have your tweeners, who are basically the artists that are going to make all the really short in-between frames that are going to go in between all those keyframes. Now, they normally aren't the best artists they have on hand, but they are still professional artists, and they know what they're doing. Most of the time. Now, earlier when I was talking about people pausing an animation and going, oh my god, look how bad this is, they're more than likely probably pausing it on an in-between frame. And basically you're just seeing the really low resolution, low detailed drawing that's going in between the main motions. And they're really just there to help things move more realistically. Yeah, if you pause it, it's gonna look weird because it's helping the main frames move forward. Now I'm gonna show you 2 more scenes that represent good in-betweens and bad in-betweens. And I'm gonna let you guys figure out which one of them has the bad in-betweens.
Option 1. Sasuke versus Orochimaru. Option 2. DJ versus Soldier Grunt.
Now the first one was actually just fine, so if you guessed that one to be the good one, good job, here you go. Now the second one is so bad. And the main reason for it is that the proportions of the character don't stay the same. It just makes it disgusting to watch. And like I said, we're gonna learn more than one term, and the second term that we're gonna talk about today is squash and stretch. Now the reason I talked about in-betweens first is because squash and stretch works really well with in-betweens, because these are the moments that the character is stretching and moving in really weird proportions to really move a character forward. And most of the time this happens in the in-between section because it's going to be on screen for a shorter amount of time. So basically, what have we learned today? Don't pause your animations or you're going to get a screenshot probably like this one. Just no. But seriously, I actually hope that some of the information I gave you guys today can help you guys identify actual bad animations and not just taking the art itself as a bad animation. And if you know of some other notorious bad animations, leave a link for that down below and maybe I could do a video dissecting that animation for what it is. And also let me know if you guys like this type of video on this channel. If you do, I would love to do more videos like this. Oh, and how many stars did you guys get? If you guys got more than 2 stars, your prize is nothing. You get nothing. They're fake stars. They're bragging rights, I guess, maybe? I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video till the end. Let me know what you guys think by leaving a comment and a like down below. And make sure you smack that sub button because I love seeing that number go up. It makes me so happy. And like always, keep drawing until next time. Bye!